although that white, and there also here are what, bell flowers, you know, the spring flowers. So I think now we are officially snow free all along the road. Not a single pile of snow that remains. Everything melted away this week. You know, today is currently what, plus 11. It's a little bit colder than yesterday, but you know, still, most likely everything that remained of snow, you know, melted away in less 2-3 days. Yeah, another update. You know, I mentioned in couple of days ago. I don't know. No, this will be spread, of course, because there are multiple videos being made every day for this in the Shorts channel. So it's a little bit tricky to keep any timetable on the videos. I mentioned that, you know, I mentioned that there were a couple of accidents with, unfortunately, you know, deadly consequences in our forests or while working with, you know, firewood. And yet again, yesterday, so on Saturday, a guy was working once again in his forest. He was apparently pulling the logs out from the forest. Is it a I don't want, you know, glass. But she wants to walk here. Yeah. We need to examine the stumps. So yeah, a guy was apparently pulling logs from his forest with a tractor, and yeah, most likely he misjudged the gradient. You know, the photo that was released, you know, it was quite a bit steep angle of the terrain. And yeah, most likely he misjudged, you know, the angle, and perhaps, you know, the soil wasn't firm enough and it slipped, you know. But unfortunately, the vehicle, the tractor, basically rolled on him and he died. From the photo, it looks like that you know, the guy wasn't using the, you know, safety bar, or the tractor didn't have, you know, a cab, you know, with the safety features. So it was basically, you know, open top tractor, cabrio version, and yeah, no protection in this case. So yeah. Now, of course, with, you know, this weather getting warmer, you know, people will start working more in the forest, on the fields, and yeah. You know, I still remember when as a kid and we would go visit my second grandparents they lived, you know, in the village, so in rural area, and you know, kids of my age, you know, in, let's say, in elementary school, they would be driving around, you know, tractors, of course illegally, but you know, it happens. It's a folklore, and you know, but you know, in majority of cases, you know, they know how to drive, they know terrain, they keep, you know, they don't, let's say, race with tractors or whatever. But yeah, accidents will happen. And here, you know, it was, I think, 50-something-year-old guy that died. But on Friday, I believe, in Montenegro, so a country south of Slovenia, where there are a couple of countries between us and Montenegro, there was quite significant car accident. So there were 4 teenagers. Apparently, all of them were 16 year old, and two were related, 2 were brothers, and 2 were their friends. And they were out partying, driving an Audi. I cannot see an Audi here somewhere, but yeah, you know, German car, high quality, expensive. Apparently, you know, they were outside, you know, having party, drinking, you know, enjoying life, driving. I assume that the parent of the driver knew about this, because the mother called the driver, you know, to get her something out, you know, she needed something from the store. And so they were drinking, of course, went into the car, and what happened? Icy road. Apparently this is very dangerous stretch of road, a little bit of hilly area, no protection rails, you know, and basically they had, so the driver was drunk, driver was speeding, and he didn't well, in the corner, instead, you know, of turning, he just straight drove off from the road. And basically this was like a ravine sort of terrain, you know, and he drove about 20 meters down into a river. 3 of the guys were killed, 1 survived, badly wounded, in a hospital. You know, and this is, you know, on one hand you are losing people due to the accidents when they are trying to, you know, survive, trying to work, and on the other hand people are getting killed due to their own negligence of their parents. You know, and now basically 3 families, you know, will be altered, their lives will be altered forever, you know, especially in the family that lost 2 kids. I don't know if they were most likely twins, if they were about 16, unless the reporters made some error. But you know, we had some couple of such accidents already here. One actually happened on Celovska Road. You know, we are now Celovska Road is dead. We are walking parallel to it. Well, there are several such accidents. The one that comes to my mind is they were actually athletes. So they were on the JAK, so the athlete stadium, sports park, which is along the railway in, you know, that direction. And yeah, once again, speed. I think they were not they were, the driver wasn't drunk, but yeah, speed. And you know, I think 3 of them were killed and 1 survived. So yeah. And you know, like here you have a lot of times you are reading, you know, articles on how, you know, a kid 18, 19 years old with the latest, you know, Mercedes, Benz, Audi, Opel, Volvo, you know, he could not possibly earn, you know, the money for it by its own, you know, and he gets killed. Yeah, because he had to, you know, drive fast under influence of something. So yeah, I think last week and 1 week before, police on the the Ljubljana roundabout, you know, that goes around Ljubljana, caught a guy. So beginner driver, something like that, who was going, you know, 220 kilometers per hour, and one was caught also on the one of the highways, also speeding. It's crazy. So yeah, you know. Well, at least we have sun. Okay, let's end on this point.